In law and makeup, you never know what is going to happen. And we have a huge turn in the Forma bankruptcy case where we thought that it was going to go this direction, and it is clearly pivoted in a completely different direction. I'm going to talk to you about all the details, how that affects Jaclyn Hill and Jaclyn Cosmetics, as well as Oxygen Development, which was the lab that created Jaclyn's original lipstick launch. I will give you all the details and the updates on what's happening there. We also have another very interesting lawsuit that is kind of out of the makeup space, but they sell makeup, so I'm stretching it a little bit. Shein and Temu, they are Chinese companies that sell products at a very low cost, are fighting in US courts. But why are they fighting? I have all the details for that as well. And then when we get into the product report, we have another beauty brand shutting down. I will tell you my opinions on why I think that is, and also I would love to hear your opinions on it as well. So hang tight. We are about to jump into all of that right now. I know if I had clicked on this video, the first thing I would want to hear about is the Forma bankruptcy and what is happening with that. If you haven't been following this saga, I'll give you a very quick summary in that Forma Brands is a parent company. Underneath that parent company are brands like Morphe, Jaclyn Cosmetics, Lipstick Queen, Playa Hair Care. They had a gummy vitamin brand called Such Good Everything, and of course Morphe too. Because the parent company filed for bankruptcy, what I call the child companies, meaning their subsidiaries, all filed for bankruptcy as well. And we've been following this since January, mid-January, all of the different details. Along with all of that, we also have Ariana Grande tied in there because she had hired Forma Beauty to do a lot of the marketing and a lot of the behind the scenes things for REM Beauty. And Ariana, when she found out and her people found out that Forma was going under, they were like, oh snap, we need to get out of here as quickly as possible, and they've been working to get the rights to their company back. And of course, as part of the bankruptcy, Forma is trying to sell the entire company. That would include Morphe and Jaclyn Cosmetics. And the big development there that happened is that is going through with two of their major lenders. These are Jefferies Finance, no relation to Jeffree Star, just Jefferies Finance. They've been around way longer than Jeffree Star's been alive. And then Cerberus Capital Management. So that looks like that is going to go through. They were the first bidder, and even after the judge made them wait longer to see if anybody else was going to bid on this company, like they predicted, not a single person, company, entity put in bids to buy Forma. So it does look like Jefferies and Cerberus are going to be able to purchase the brand. Considering that the brand owes them almost as much as they're paying for it, it kind of makes sense that this would be a pretty good deal for them because they are a popular brand. Even though I personally don't think that their makeup is of stellar quality, they are sold in lots of retailers and are very popular across social media platforms. As far as Ariana Grande and REM Beauty, so they are moving along very nicely. Everything is going, and they are working out to make sure that when the lending companies purchase Forma and everything underneath, that any contracts that Forma signs for REM Beauty, those are going to be held up by the new owners. Last time we checked in with Oxygen Development and Jaclyn Hill specifically, and their piece in this bankruptcy was about a month ago. They were supposed to appear in court, their lawyers at least, were supposed to appear in court and talk about any grievances they had or anything they felt they were owed within this bankruptcy, and they delayed it an entire month. So that date is coming up on March 21st. And when you look at the agenda for that day, it looks like both of the parties have pulled out. They are not going to be involved anymore, and there are no additional details as to why. And as a makeup news show, I am absolutely crushed that my snoopiness is now no longer going to be Snoopy-ish. Wait, that made absolutely no sense. But you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not, chances are we're not going to hear anything else from Oxygen Development or Jaclyn Hill when it comes to the bankruptcy. Of course, I will be listening to that March 21st hearing in its entirety to make sure that nothing in there is of note to us in that. But either they settled, without having to go to the judge. Maybe they worked out something behind the scenes so they don't have to go to court. Or maybe they just decided that the negative press they would get from airing out any dirty laundry in the court system was not worth what they were owed. So there could be more on it, but honestly, I highly doubt it. And I'm super bummed about it because I really wanted to know what they were going to say in court and they're not going. Wah, wah, wah. But the outstanding issues that I am going to be paying attention to in this March 21st date are things like the complaints by Space NK, the company R&J Display Manufacturing that we talked about in a previous episode of What's Up in Makeup. And then like Cigna Insurance is making sure that they get their bag. So it's like, it's not as exciting anymore. But as always, I will trim out all of the fat and just give you the meat when I hear this hearing. I'm assuming it's going to be at least a 2-hour hearing, but I will give you all of the meat and let you know what happens next weekend in What's Been Makeup. So make sure you stay tuned so you do not miss it. Question of the week is, what happens when a company that is notorious for stealing ideas and profiting off of other people's hard work, when they are now copied? And someone is trying to profit off of their work. What we get is Shein versus Temu. They're both mostly fast fashion brands, but they also both have cosmetic arms of their companies. This is the tea behind it. So Shein's lawyers say that Temu has, quote, willfully and flagrantly infringed Shein's exclusive and valuable trademark and copyright rights, which makes me laugh. Like, I feel the belly laugh in my soul because it's like, dude, how much stuff have you stolen? Oh my gosh, but that doesn't mean that Temu's not wrong here. It does not mean that. They claim that Temu has engaged in a scheme to boost its own growth in the American market by impersonating the Shein brand on social media, trading off of the well-known Shein trademarks and using copyrighted images owned by Shein as part of its own product listings. They also say that Temu used Shein copyrighted and trademarked stuff for Google ads. So essentially what happened is, and I'll show you the proof that Shein put into the court case, that Temu totally took, according to Shein, all of their branding and then just copied it over to their social media accounts when they launched in September of 2022 to make it look like it was Shein when it was actually a completely different brand. They use the same profile icons, the same profile photos, some of the same photos in their posts. I mean, really tried to make their customers think that they were Shein according to the lawsuit. But this is where it gets a little influency, and we've seen this in the beauty space before. Shein says that Temu paid influencers to talk about them in their posts. This is one of the posts that they put up where the influencer is saying, it's like Shein, but cheaper and better, stuff like that. So Shein has issues with that as well. Like I mentioned earlier, Shein has been sued by many major companies for copyright infringement. This includes, but is not limited to, Nike, UGG, Oakley, and Dolls Kill. So forgive me if I do not feel bad for Shein, but at the same time, what Temu did, if this is what they did, it is pretty freaking cruddy. And I will tell you, I've talked to many influencers about this. Temu is the most freaking annoying brand ever in my years of being an influencer. They have sent me so many freaking emails. I have emailed them back telling them I do not want to do a Temu haul. I do not want to do sponsored content with them at least 3 or 4 times. And literally at least 3 or 4 times a week, I am getting new email addresses emailing me to collab with them. And I keep sending them to spam, and they will not stop. They have contacted me through DM on Twitter. I mean, it's like, I told you no. So if I had to pick, if I was either Team Shein or Team Temu, I would have to pick Team Shein because it seems like Temu did some cruddy stuff to get their company off the ground, and also they're annoying as hell and I don't like them. But that's just my personal opinion. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments down below. If you are an Ulta Beauty fan, you can rejoice because Ulta Beauty is freaking crushing it right now. They're crushing it harder than they have ever crushed it before. Ulta just hit a major money milestone in their 33-year history. For the first time ever, their annual revenue has exceeded a whopping $10 billion. Oh my goodness. They say that the achievement is due to a variety of factors such as retail price increases, the addition of new brands, innovative products, and fewer COVID-19 limitations, including more social occasions where people feel like they want to buy makeup. What kills me about this though is the little piece about price increases in retail is part of why they have more profit. Because remember, we were getting fed that whole thing about, supply chains, which was probably true, and, just an overall inflation and all of that. Like they needed to raise prices because that's just kind of what happens in life, is that prices tend to go up. But what this is telling me is it isn't just based on like normal stuff. They're also raising prices to specifically to increase profits, which that was the first one they listed. So if you needed reassurance that brands are not always honest about why they increase prices, here is more evidence for you. But their success does not stop there, in that their net income also increased 26% to $1.2 billion. Their CEO, his name is Dave Kimball. He praised the continued resilience of the beauty category and attributed their record-breaking sales to strong fourth quarter results from 2022. Every once in a while, people ask me, they're like, Jen, do you think beauty is dead? Do you think the beauty space is dying? Absolutely not. No, not at all. On our March 5th show of What's Up in Makeup, we talked about the brand Know Beauty and how they were restructuring, and how Madison Beer, who was one of the original co-founders of the brand, had now been removed from everything, and it looked like everything was just completely changing, from the color scheme to the products, all of that. The remaining co-founder, Vanessa Hudgens, is continuing with the brand, and the relaunch has happened, and we've gained some extra information that I thought would be interesting to you. It was interesting to me. So let me share that with you. I am honestly a little nervous for Vanessa. I don't know if this was the best choice, but I am not a professional on the field. I've just watched a lot of these things happen. You'll have to tell me what you think. So the first thing is that she's relaunching with just one product. It is the Glacial Bay Clay Mask. It says that it is for acne-prone skin, and she wants to focus on that particular skin type as a major focus. She also wants to focus mostly on masks she called it a mask-forward brand. I don't know how many masks you can make for acne-prone skin, so she might branch out to other skin types. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But the other weird choice that she made is that she's launching exclusively on Amazon. Which, didn't she see what happened to House Labs when they did that? Like, it was just, I don't think that was necessarily a good choice. And her logic was that, that whenever you want to buy something, you go over to Amazon to buy it. And that's where a lot of people shop, but it doesn't seem to be great for up and coming beauty brands. You could correct me if I'm wrong, if there's something that I don't, but it doesn't seem to be a great place to launch a beauty brand or even relaunch a beauty brand. As far as the tea with Madison's involvement, Vanessa did talk to Glossy about what happened with that. She says, quote, she has so much going on. She does her music and she has her memoir coming out, so she was swamped. I was like, I think we need to really rethink the company and start from scratch. And she was like, you go ahead, all the best. And so I had the task of creating something brand new, which was kind of daunting, but really exciting. If you are interested in this clay mask, they are selling it now on Amazon for $35. But I would love to know what you think about Vanessa's choices. Do you think that I'm wrong, and that, which is totally fine, sometimes I am, and I may be wrong about this. Do you think that this is probably not the best direction to go for the rebrand, or do you see where Vanessa is coming from? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So do you remember Estee Edit? It was Estee Lauder's reach for millennials, and they created this whole huge, gigantic makeup line, and the face of it was Kendall Jenner, and they launched everywhere. It was this big, huge thing. Influencers were reviewing it everywhere, and the general consensus of this brand was that it was absolute crap. The things that I tried, I absolutely hated. I don't know of anybody that liked more than one or two products from the line. Maybe you did, but they shut down. Okay. Long story short, way too late. They shut down after about a year because it just didn't work. Even Kendall Jenner and her gorgeous face could not get Estee Edit off the ground. But now Estee Lauder is trying again without Kendall Jenner and not in the makeup space, but in the skincare space. And they are not going after millennials anymore because apparently millennials are too old now. They are now going after Gen Z. And instead of the whopping 82 SKUs that they had for Estee Edit, they are now launching just 3 skincare products. I mean, this is completely different than the choices they made with Estee Edit. They're launching a 2-in-1 foam cleanser, an essence lotion, and a melting soft cream mask. The brand is called Nutritious, and beyond the completely different approach to launching it as far as the products go, they are also marketing it completely different. I imagine Kendall Jenner was extremely expensive. They are not going the celebrity route this time. They are going the micro influencer route, and they are focusing on TikTok. They are hiring a few bigger influencers to market the products, but mostly they're just sending out PR packages in the hopes that some of the micro influencers will talk about it. It'll hit the TikTok algorithm right, and they will get a lot of exposure from it. They're also advertising in a college publication called Her Campus as a way to get word out there about the brand. And if you would like to try them, whether you're Gen Z or not, starting today at Ulta Beauty, they will be available. Prices range from $27 to $48 per product. I'm very curious to see what happens with this. I honestly think this is such a smart strategy compared to the whole Kendall Jenner Estee Edit thing. Like from the jump, that seemed like a bad idea. And then when the quality was so bad, it was even worse. So I honestly, this is way smarter. I think this brand is going to do okay. That's just my opinion though. And finally, I wanted to end top news on just a little bit more of a fun story. As you know, the Oscars happened last weekend, and there's lots of perks to going to the Oscars. Of course, you get to dress up in like designer clothes. Well, not you, not me, but they get to dress up in these beautiful designer clothes and walk the red carpet. They get to mingle with other celebrities. They get to go to after parties. They get to see the Oscars in person. Like that is so freaking cool. But what they don't talk about a lot is the gift bag. Apparently, for years, they've been getting this massive, amazing gift bag. And of course, the gift bag does include cosmetics. So I read an article that it included $62,000 worth of skincare products and cosmetic procedures. The entire bag was worth about $126,000 because it included a trip to Italy. And I think they said it was Canada, the other trip. I couldn't really understand. It was a video that I watched. I couldn't really understand what the guy said, but I think the other trip was to Canada. Basically, what they're doing is they're counting on these celebrities to take these trips and take pictures of the resorts and post them on social media. And it's, kind of free-ish advertising when a celebrity shows that a place that they're going to is cool. Other people want to go there. Same thing with the cosmetic products. So let's talk about those. Skincare and hair care items included in the bags valued about $5,000. Along with that were the cosmetic procedures, $10,000 worth of Botox and filler, $12,000 worth of body sculpting treatments, $12,000 in arm liposuction procedures and chemical peels, and that adds up to that $62,000. So my question to you is, if you got this bag of trips, cosmetic procedures, skincare and hair care, what would you be most likely to use and what would you just not use? Like, I would definitely try the skincare and the hair care. I might go to Italy. Like, that sounds freaking amazing. Like, I might do the trips, but I still don't think I would do the cosmetic procedures. I don't know. Maybe if it was free, I might try Botox. Maybe. I don't think I would do filler though. Filler freaks me out. But yeah, I don't know. If it was free, I might try some of the cosmetic procedures. I don't know. What do you think? Let us move on to the product report, starting with that brand I was talking about that is closing. And honestly, I am not super surprised. It is Rock and Roll Beauty. If you're not familiar with them, they launched a Jimi Hendrix collection, an Ozzy Osbourne collection, a Twisted Sister collection, and the Def Leppard collection, which I reviewed on my channel and got a minuscule number of views because no one was freaking interested in it, except for us, 80s kids who, we were into Def Leppard. But really, it didn't seem to have the punch that a lot of other brand launches had, even with the backing of these huge legends in rock and roll or their estates. In the beginning, there was a question about whether Makeup Revolution owned this company, and it turns out they did not own the company, but they were definitely involved. And I imagine that it was similar situation to the way that REM Beauty and Forma brands had a relationship, that Makeup Revolution was kind of helping Rock and Roll Beauty, because Rock and Roll Beauty was sold on the Makeup Revolution website, and there was definitely a connection there. But yeah, so when people found out that there was a connection between Makeup Revolution and Rock and Roll Beauty, I think a lot of us that have previous experiences with Makeup Revolution automatically thought that the quality was going to be poor, because overall Makeup Revolution quality of product, I mean, they do have some better products, but you know, a lot of them are not very good, especially some of their eyeshadow formulas. So when I purchased it and reviewed it, I confirmed that the quality of the products was overall pretty poor. There were a couple of products that I liked, but it was traditional Makeup Revolution formulas in my opinion. And I think that if they had been able to get to like a Hip Dot quality, they would still be around. I think that they would still be able to put out a lot more products if they wanted to, but the quality just was not there. It just felt cheap to use. So if you do want it out of nostalgia, or you know, they have candles and stuff over there, they have makeup bags and other kinds of merchy stuff, mirrors, stuff like that. If you're interested in any of that stuff, they are having a 50% off sale now until the products sell out. But there are many, many brands that are still very much in business. Let's talk about the new releases from those brands. So let's talk about Nabla's Beyond Jelly Lipstick. They're actually currently having a sale on these products, already 20% off, I guess, as kind of a celebration for the launch to like boost sales or whatever, get people to try it. The price is down from about $25 USD to about $20 USD. They say the lipsticks are moisturizing with a balm-like application and glossy finish. They look very nice. Another exciting launch that people are talking about are the Pat McGrath bronzers. The Divine Bronze collection arrives on March 30th. There's 8 bronzer shades: the Divine Bronze Luxe Quad, Venusian Sunrise, I hope I said that right. That's an eyeshadow palette. There's also the Divine Rose 3 for cheeks, the Divine Rose bronzer brush, and a lip trio that has full-size Nude Venus products, the lip pencil, the lip gloss, and the lipstick. And if you want early access, you can sign up on their website to get that. This one confuse a lot of people because it kind of looks like makeup, but it is absolutely not makeup. It is the e.l.f. Power Grip Slimer. It is not a primer. It is actual slime that you play with. It is decorated with little dolphins and it is very, very cute. It is available now, and e.l.f. is making a $100,000 donation benefiting the Whale and Dolphin Conservation, WDC, and the proceeds of anything you buy from their Sticky Shop merch collection, the proceeds up to $25,000 will also be donated. So if you're looking for things in their shop, they also have a hat and a varsity jacket. If you purchase those, you can also get the patch set that they're selling for free. But make sure if you want the patch set, if you buy like the jacket or the hat, make sure you add that patch set to your cart or else you won't get it. I think it's kind of cool. I wish more brands did like merchy stuff. I think that more people would buy merchy stuff from different brands if they had it available. I think it's smart, especially like I also love that it's a donation as well, which is always super cool. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention before we jump over to Sephora is the Wet n Wild Sesame Street collection. I have been seeing sneaks of this freaking collection for like a month, and finally it is launching. So it just launched at Amazon. They say it just launched at Ulta, but as of filming, it wasn't on the Ulta website yet, which is super weird. So maybe it'll be in store, maybe it'll be on the Ulta website in the next couple of days. I don't know. It's also going to be at a ton of major retailers. On their Instagram, they have all the individual dates listed, and some of them are really soon. Some of them are all the way up until the beginning of May. So if you want to know like your specific store when it's launching, their Instagram post has all of the details. I want to know if you're excited about this, because honestly, I feel like Sesame Street is pushing it a little too far. I don't know, maybe. I just feel like it's like toddler stuff. Like, I understand like Hello Kitty is like little kids and all this stuff. Like Sesame Street, like, I don't know. I do love Sesame Street. I love Jim Henson. I love Muppet stuff and all of that. Like, I do Rainbow Connection is my favorite song of all freaking time. But it's like, I don't know. I think we're pushing it a little far. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you think? Let's go back into adult land over at Sephora. Let's talk about the Lawless, the Lavender one Talc-Free eyeshadow palette. It is $27. I actually really like this color story. Like, it's got color, but it's not too like out of the box poppy color for people that scares them, you know? I might actually get this one because I do think that it would look good on my skin tone, and I've never tried a Lawless eyeshadow palette before. So this one I actually kind of have my eye on, which is pretty rare. And that was really the only product that I saw that launched that we haven't talked about yet, but there are a ton of products that they say are launching soon. So let's get into those. We have a couple products from Guerlain. They're launching on March 19th for Rouge and then March 20th for all of the other levels. Starting with the Terracotta Le Teint Healthy Glow Foundation. It's $62, 30 shades there. It definitely seems to lean a little bit light for the gradient. A lot of the light shades look in the photo look like they're very similar, which is weird. So for me personally, if I was planning on getting this, I would try to go in store to pick, because I feel like something's going on. Either they really do all look very similar, or it's something going on with the photos. I don't know. They say it is a revolutionary liquid to powder foundation with up to 24 hours of wear, medium coverage, and a no transfer formula for a beautiful, healthy looking glow and luminous matte finish. Then beyond that, there is a new primer. This is their Gold 24K Radiance Primer. It is $85 whole freaking dollars, which is expensive for a primer, but it is Guerlain. So they say it is a lightweight gel primer infused with 24 karat gold flakes that infuses the skin with hydration and radiance while allowing for a longer lasting makeup result. So let's get this, make sure that this is very clear. Gold in skincare is stupid. It's not going to do anything. It's really just for pretty. It doesn't make it better, like in any way, other than if you want it to look pretty on your counter. But it does have a pretty nice ingredient deck on it, I will have to say. So there's one ingredient in particular. It's the alpha glucan oligosaccharide. What this ingredient does is it helps support that healthy microbiome on the top of the skin. It also is a great antioxidant, and they say that some research suggests it could help the people with sensitive skin to not show the signs of their sensitive skin as much. It can reduce those signs of sensitive skin, which sounds fantastic. There's lots of humectants in here to pull water into the skin, but also be aware that the second ingredient in this after water is alcohol. And alcohol is something we've talked about a lot on this channel, that it can dehydrate the skin, but you really have to be using it daily in order to see those kinds of effects. But if that bothers you and you want to pay a little bit less, but you want that same ingredient, the ingredient that looks pretty nice, I looked up and I found the Ren Perfect Canvas Clean Primer. It's only $49, and it does still have like around the same part of the ingredient list, that same ingredient. There is no alcohol in the base, and they also have the addition of probiotics that help strengthen the skin's barrier. But I'm sad to say you're going to have to sacrifice the gold. But gold is stupid in skincare. So personally for me, I would go with the Ren one. I don't know why I was all about the ingredients when I was researching this week. I looked up way too much of this stuff, but I think it's fascinating. So I'm sharing it because I think it's interesting. So let's talk about ingredients again with a different primer. This one is from Patrick Starr's One Size. It is the Secure the Sweat Waterproof Mattifying Primer, $32. Listen to the marketing on this. It says a sweat-proof, waterproof, aluminum-free primer that absorbs excess sweat and oil to visibly tighten pores, mattify skin, and prolong makeup wear. I have never heard of a product that absorbs sweat. Oil, yes, but sweat, never heard of that, ever. Super interesting. So I looked to see what is it that's going to do this absorbing, and I thought I would find silica, which I did. I did find silica, but I also found a bamboo powder, which is basically made out of silica. That's one of the major elements of this bamboo powder. So it does look like it is going to absorb oil pretty well, but I don't know about absorbing sweat. That sounds like magical. I don't know if that's even possible, but it does kind of look skincare-y though, I have to say. It also has vitamin E in here, vitamin C, there's squalane, that's a skin balancer, there's different humectants to pull that water in the skin to balance the skin that way. There's niacinamide in here. I mean, go Patrick with your skincare primer that absorbs oil. That sounds pretty awesome, honestly. But the only thing is we're back to that water and alcohol in the base thing. But again, if you're not using it every single freaking freaking day. And then you probably don't have to worry about it, honestly. Like a lot of the tests that have alcohol in the skin that damage the skin's barrier is like straight alcohol on the skin, like over a period of time. So if you do end up getting this and you do notice your skin drying out and it's not right, this could be the culprit, but you know, I've learned a lot about alcohol in the past couple of years and it doesn't scare me as much as it used to. There is also a new brand at Sephora that apparently has been pretty big on TikTok for like the past year, and it's Basma Beauty. They're launching on March 24th. And if you've never heard of this brand story is actually very interesting. The owner, her name is Basma, when she was 2 years old, there was a kitchen accident and she got burned really, really badly all over her face. Absolutely awful story. But what she decided to do as she got older was to try to help people like her to mask their scars. So she developed this technology called the scar camouflage procedure, where they implant pigment into the skin to help with the different changes of pigment in scar tissue, which is amazing. And then beyond that, she wanted to start a makeup line, starting with complexion products, to also help people beyond, you know, people that were interested in the cosmetic procedure. So this is called the foundation stick. It does come in 40 shades, and they say it's hydrating, buildable, and full coverage, but it does leave a natural finish. I know there's tons of reviews on YouTube for this. I saw Angie Newquist reviewed it as well, so I will link Angie's video down below in case you're curious about this product. Company that has been on Sephora for a while that I was not familiar with because I don't really get into the hair space, but this is the Gisou Honey Infused Lip Oil. It is their first product that I see on Sephora's website that's not hair related. It is $32 and this bottle is so freaking adorable. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. They say it is a multitasking lip oil powered by Myrcene honey and hyaluronic acid to hydrate, condition, and highlight lips with a honey glow in one swipe. So I was like, Myrcene honey. I was like, is that like some like extract of the honey, like Manuka honey? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? It's the name of the honeybee farm. So apparently the founder, her mom is a hairstylist and her dad is a beekeeper. So the honey that they get for the lip products comes directly from his beekeeping, and that's their last name. So that's what that is. I looked at the ingredient deck on it and it does look very nice, but I feel like $32 for a lip product is a lot for me. So I'll wait for like the Sephora sale or something if I decide I want to try it later on. But this, I'm excited about this. Look at this, check it out. Okay, so this is from Urban Decay. I have not been excited of something by Urban Decay in a very long time. You gotta check me. If I should not be this excited, you please check me because I'm very excited, but I don't know if I should be. This is the 24/7 Ink Vegan Liquid Eyeliner Pen. $26. Look at that cool grip. It looks like a calligraphy pen. It looks so cool. So there's 6 matte shades, 3 shimmer shades. They say it's water and smudge resistant. It is available March 23rd. And for some reason, there's something about this that makes me just really want to try it. I love my liquid pen eyeliners. Y'all know that. So I really, really want to try this one. I know it's probably not going to be better than the ones I already have, but something about this is just calling to me. In contrast, okay, you have to tell me if you're excited about this next product. The Give Painted Up Clean 24-Hour Cream Eyeshadow, $20, 5 shimmers, 2 mattes. They say it is a buildable cream to powder eyeshadow with built-in eye primer technology for crease-proof, smudge-proof, fade-resistant color and 24-hour wear. Rouge Access is today, and it's available to everybody tomorrow. And it's so funny because I'm looking at this and going, why? It's the same thing every single brand does. There's nothing unique about this. It's just a cream shadow. But I got so excited about the Urban Decay liner when that's basically, it's the same thing. You know, and I think it has to do with what products bring you joy. And if cream shadows bring you joy, you're probably really excited about this Give by Gwen Stefani, like the eyeshadow, but that doesn't bring me joy. You know, it's so weird. And I didn't think I realized that about myself until I put these two products next to each other. And I was like, you can't hype up the eyeliner pen, Jen, and then on the Give by Gwen Stefani eyeshadow cream shadows, you know, because it's essentially the same thing. Something's been done a million times, just done differently by a brand. That's it. Let's move over to Ulta for just a few products. We have the Clinique Even Better Pore Defining Primer, $37. They say it instantly blurs pores and reduces oil for a filtered, virtually poreless look. Ingredient deck did look like it would do those things. So, you know, I don't know why I have this thing against Clinique. I think it's because I just feel like Clinique was not made for me, which is weird. I don't know why I have that in my head. Something about the branding, like I feel like it's not marketed to me. I don't know. Why am I like this? But this isn't marketed to me either, but maybe it is to you. Are you a hot sauce fan? If you are, NYX has created a product to try to get you to buy it. This is the hot sauce inspired collection. There is an Epic Wear Liner Stick long-lasting eyeliner pencil for $9, the Shine Loud Vegan long-lasting liquid lipstick for $12, and the Line Loud Vegan Longwear lip liner for $8. And it looks like there might be a little bit of packaging difference, but really I think it's the color that's hot sauce inspired. Moving over to ColourPop, we have some launches at Ulta that have been around for a minute. The Heavy Petal Jelly Much Eyeshadow and the Heavy Petal Pressed Powder Palette. We also have the Smoke and Roses palette that I think launched a while ago. Isn't this old? I feel like this is old. I don't know. But they also have just launched their pressed blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. Those are now available at Ulta's website as well. Prices range from $9 for the Jelly Much to $35 for the Smoke and Roses palette. And we're going to talk about those blushes in just a second. We're almost a PR purchase product of the week. We'll talk about those. But before we do, the Tarte Shape Tape Corrector that launched a couple weeks ago is now at Ulta. 6 different shades. Each one has its own purpose for specific purpose for a specific skin tone. Those are $30 each. And then finally, y'all know I'm rooting for Stila. I want them to do amazing things. I want them to come back. Do you think this is it? It's like, oh, I don't know. This is the Heaven's Dew Gel Lip Oil, $24 each, 6 shades. They say it combines the high shine finish of a lip gloss with the skin conditioning benefits of a lip oil. I want them to come out. Well, like, why couldn't they come out with the cool, like, Urban Decay? Well, Urban Decay needs to come back too, but, you know, like something cool like that. Like, this doesn't, it just doesn't, you know, get my gears going. It doesn't float my boat. It doesn't, like, make me go, yes. It just doesn't. I don't know. All right, PR purchase product of the week. Since I teased you with these, let's talk about these first. These are the new ColourPop Matte Bronzer and Pressed Powder Blush. Today I use a Villa Beach, which hopefully I pronounced correctly, and Out and About. And I will say they are very lightly pigmented, but these are meant for light skin tones. There is a huge range. These are the only 2 I've tried so far because they just got sent to me, but I will keep you posted if they're all like this as far as the light pigmentation, but I do think that I just use the light people ones, and that's why they were lightly pigmented. I also wanted to let you know that I've been playing more with this Makeup Forever HD Skin Matte Velvet and very much enjoying it. That's my foundation today, and that's all I have on. I don't have any liquid foundation, just this powder, but I applied it with a flat kabuki brush this time, and I really like that application method, so I figured I would let you know that. The other thing is I'm working on a video of the worst rated products at Ulta, because I did one at Sephora, and y'all really love that one, so I tried some of those products today. So look out for that video and the full review of this MAC eyeshadow palette, which is what's on my eyes today. This is the Amber x9 palette. I use this for my eyeshadow and of course also for my lip color because I've been doing that lately a lot. I swear Pleasing by Harry Styles needs to start paying me. I'm just kidding. I just really like this product. This is the gloss medium. I use that and then a mix of these 2 shades here for my lip color. I did tap a tiny bit of this one on top of it, but I don't think it really shows a whole lot. I've been playing with how much I need to use this in order to create a lip color, so I used a little bit less and I found it to be a little dry, so I used this product from Laura Lee over top. This is her lip gloss in the shade Rose Glimmer. That's what I put on to kind of juice it up a little bit. And then another product that I used today was the Skin Treat Concealer by Tarte's Sugar Rush line. This is going to be part of the worst rated products video. I already have thoughts about that one. And then I got a free little gift bag of Ulta stuff with my order because you know they do that sometimes. And I also tried out this Viber Brow Tint Gel. So it's got an angled brush and I definitely have thoughts about this too. And I think I'm going to talk about these Ulta products as well in that video because I'm always curious about Ulta brand products. They're lower cost and some of them are absolutely stellar and some of them just, they're weird. So we'll talk about that in that video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. I'm hoping it'll be next Friday. If not next Friday, the Friday after. Notable sales this week. Quite a few, actually. We have up to 75% off site-wide over at Sigma, up to 75% off over at Too Faced, Kiehl's 25% off friends and family sale going on now, and of course the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. If you are curious about my thoughts about the 21 Days of Beauty sale, I did just release that video this past Friday. It is not physically, humanly possible for me to do what I do any earlier. Some of you were like, why didn't you release this the day after? And it's like, do you realize how long it takes me to make sure I give you the best information possible? It's just not physically possible. I have kids. I now have a homeschooled child. That's a whole story that I could tell. And they both play club sport, and they also have another company. So those are my excuses as to why I cannot get this out on the first day of the sale. I can't do it. It's not humanly possible. But that being said, those days are gone anyway. So if you're watching this now, I only have information about things that are coming up. So it's very, very relevant. I will link that video down below for you. And finally, our artist shout out of the week. I was actually tagged on Instagram. Thank you, Queen, for tagging me in for this account to shout out for What's Up in Makeup. I appreciate you. This is Shanice. Shanice is freaking gorgeous. Shanice is very talented. Let's go into her first look. So this one, she has captioned, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." And I love that. I need to put that on like a sign in my room or something just to remind me of that. I love that. But as far as the look goes, I absolutely love the color combination on this. It's just so soft and pretty, yet also bold at the same time, and a lot of her looks are like that. What really stands out to me on this look is the inner corner of the eye. Totally my favorite part, that light yellow and then that slight liner to really accentuate her eye shape. Really beautiful there. Second look I want to show you is her New Year's look. Again, just soft, pretty, but then the bold accents. They're not distracting. They totally complement and enhance the overall look. Absolutely love them. I also love the use of the gems to cut the cut crease. Really cute, and also the blend on the cut crease. Can't not mention that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then finally, this is her look for the Benefit Brow Search that we talked about in my Benefit video. She does have great brows. I would pick her if I worked at Benefit. This is a gorgeous post. I mean, it's a traditional smoky eye, but it is so, so well done. Again, the use of the gemstones that complement the look is so special and beautiful and amazing. And one thing I was really sad about her page is it's a lot of videos, and I have trouble capturing a good photo from a video. So there are so many beautiful, beautiful looks that I would have loved to have showed you, but that's not what Instagram is going for right now. Instagram is going for all the videos. So it's becoming harder and harder to find accounts that do photos. So I picked my favorite photos over there, but there's also a lot of great video content over there as well. If you would like to follow her, I just followed her. Her Instagram account is going to be down below. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so, so much for watching. And as always, thank you so much to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook Hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Lots of new members this week. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you to all of the people that contributed to the group this week. I appreciate the time you took out of your day to help me out to make sure I didn't miss anything for the show. Our chat today is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be hanging out, talking about makeup. Hopefully you can join us. If you can't, that is absolutely no problem at all. It is very easy to find on the replay, especially if you're subscribed. All you gotta do is go to your subscription feed. It should be right there. If it's not there, or if you are not subscribed, you can also go to my channel page and then click on the live tab. That's where all of my live streams are housed. You can go ahead and click on there, and you can join us on the replay. Listen to it like a podcast. Feel free to comment, participate in the collective brain that way if you like. But if you would like to hang out more right now and you want to watch another video, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch, including last week's episode of What's Been Makeup that I'm going to pop right there for you. YouTube's going to pop a video for you at the top. But if you do need to go, oh my gosh, no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. And mad love to you. I will see you in a video very, very soon.